Hey everyone, it's Tony George from DocSports.com. Happy New Year's weekend. We got college bowl games, we've got NFL, we've got college basketball, we've got NBA, we've got prop markets. We've got a plethora of options for you here this weekend over at the website. Be sure and click the link in the description below. Take advantage of a free $60. Docs will park in any new account, hassle free, strings free, and we'll get you hooked up. You can don't like me, I don't care. You know, we got 11 other guys. A red hot consensus service over there I saw today, up over 16 grand over the last 6 weeks or something. So, and a ton of free information for you. Almost write ups for free picks on almost every game being played in almost every sport. So there's a lot of free picks over there for you free pick hunters. So get over and visit us. Thumbs up, subscribe, tune in to Doc's Gridiron Six Pack with myself and Griff Murphy off a rare losing week last week on the show. Still 68% against the spread on the year, over a 90 game sample size. So pays to tune in. You're here for freebies, right? We'll tell you what's going on over at the website. We got a big 7-unit bowl play here on Friday, but we're talking Saturday. And we're talking NFL. And we're talking the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Detroit Lions. And this line has now dropped down from 6.5 to a manageable 4.5 in this ball game, which ought to be a little bit of a track meet. Let me double check the live line. Let's do live line. 52.5. Dallas 4.5. Dallas minus 230 on the money line. If you're a Detroit fan, you think they're just going to come in there fire and they're plus 190. But here we go. We've got Jared Goff away from home. You've got the Lions off their first divisional title in 30 years. A win or a loss here is not going to change their position. Dallas has a lot to play for in this ball game. Now, I am not high on Dallas, and I'm not high on Philadelphia either. But nonetheless, Dallas at home is a totally different animal. And I argue about this with Griff Murphy all the time over at Doc's Gridiron Six Pack. I'm not sold on Dallas when it comes down to the nitty gritty. You know, I'm not a big Mike McCarthy fan for starters. But this is a game that Dallas, who scores 21 points per game on the road, versus 39 points per game at home. And they played some weak teams at home. But you're catching Detroit in a very precarious position here. What's their focus going to be? Well, they want to stay healthy. They're going to the playoffs. You know, I just think that the way that Detroit's defense has played, which they give up huge plays in yards and chunks with a very motivated Cowboys team off a tough game last week against Miami, at home where they play great. They're one of those home road dichotomy teams, you know. And if they're playing weak sisters at home, they beat the dog piss out of them. Now, I'm not considering Detroit a weak team here. Detroit is vulnerable on the road, both with Goff's QB rating at home versus on the road. Look at it. It's like 15, 20 points less. I think Dallas's defense will step up. This is a little easier task than it was against Miami's high-octane offense out in the wet weather, outside. They're at home on a fast track. I think Lamb will have a huge day against this defense, and I think Dallas will be motivated. And I think the number's too short now at 4.5. I thought 6.5 was about right, so I think there's some value in laying the number with Dallas at home for your free play on Saturday. Over at the website, as I mentioned, we've hit back-to-back games, one with Arizona last night. How about Arizona? This just screams of a 12-team playoff, which is coming next year. This is a team that they had one loss in regulation. I think it was to Washington. The rest of them, they lost in overtime. Good football team. They were down 24-13 in that ball game, came back and won. Good, what a story. Should be up for Coach of the Year there at Arizona, for sure. But nonetheless, so we got back-to-back wins. Oklahoma State the night before, and then Arizona last night. we have a 7-unit play in the Cotton Bowl tonight between Ohio State and Missouri. Come on, let's go. Let's keep the roll going. College basketball, have you been following? We are on a 10-2 run in college basketball, hit a 6-unit top play on Thursday on Cleveland State, and we have another back-to-back 6-unit hidden gem small conference under the radar game that's going to be a no sweat rocking chair winner again. Come on. NBA 3-unit best bet. We are on a 12-2 run in the NBA. Got a great angle for you tonight. We either do 2 or 3-unit plays or we pull the trigger on top plays, and we do very low volume in the NBA, as you all know. We've discussed that numerous times here. Because of the load management, you don't know who's playing, but we got a good angle in a game tonight where we know who is playing, and we pretty much know what the outcome is going to be. So be sure and jump on board over there. 2 bowl picks for Saturday. We have a 5-unit top play in the Sugar Bowl on Monday on New Year's Day. I have a very strong opinion in the Texas and Washington game. We have 1 NFL play all week long, and it's a 6-unit top play on Sunday. That's it. Very dangerous week in the NFL. The next 2 weeks are extremely dangerous. You've got some out-of-whack lines. You've got some teams. Now I just saw that Arizona, Kyler Murray's sick and probably not going to play. I had him in a teaser on the Gridiron 6-pack, not knowing that Kyler Murray was not going to play. Tune's going to play right now. That could change by Sunday, but there's some volatility in the market, to say the least, in the NFL. So tread lightly this weekend. We back up some NHL. We got an NBA, a rare NBA player prop tonight. We'll have a prop card in this game on Saturday in the NFL and a 4-player prop card on Sunday in the NFL off a bad week last week for the NFL props, which is rare because we've been doing well in them this year. So we got a small cash last night, but we're going to fire up and we're going to get right with Jesus on these NFL props over the weekend for you. So hang tight, boys. Enjoy. Back up at you on Saturday with another free play.